All right, I was wondering, since we're going to be expecting 10-year-olds to have babies in this country, I have a few questions. Like, when can we expect some reading material? Because if there was ever a time for a pamphlet, this is it. Am I right? Like, what to expect when you're expecting as a child, or mothers to be before 13, like something like that. Also, I was wondering, are we going to force these 10-year-olds to go to school and be subjected to the ridicule of their peers, or are we going to isolate them in the house until they have these babies? Because we definitely don't want nosy Karen asking why there's a bump on your baby. Right? I mean, you have to tell them that it was the unfortunate circumstances that she was assaulted and now she's being forced to carry that baby because all lives matter. Right, we don't want that. Also, will they be of legal age to be able to sign off on their own medical documents to determine whether they have a vaginal birth or a cesarean? See, this is when those pamphlets would come in handy, because she should definitely know the high risk that it poses to her 10-year-old life to have a baby for sure. But I'm sure mommy or daddy can authorize those rather invasive procedures. Will she be able to decide if she wants to keep that baby or give it up for adoption, or will someone else make that decision for her? And if she is able to keep the baby, are we going to raise the minimum age to work in this country so that she can support the child? Because we all know how expensive daycare is. And I feel like these are really important questions, and questions that I feel like should be answered in these pamphlets that we should be able to see here any day. The pamphlet should also cover things like, if you're going to a sleepover, make sure you're wearing a panty liner because you're going to pee every time you sneeze from here on out. Also, here's the trick to dressing up your one piece because you don't want anyone to see that cesarean scar. They'll have questions and it will be shameful.